The US has vetoed a draft United Nations Security Council resolution demanding an immediate and permanent ceasefire in Gaza, along with increased humanitarian access. All other members voted in favour of the resolution, which also demanded the unconditional release of all Israeli hostages being held by Hamas and other groups. But Washington said the resolution drew what they called a dangerous false equivalence between Israel and Hamas. It comes as Israeli tanks and troops continue their advance on Gaza City. The military said they were expanding their operations without giving any details about their movements. But international concern about the Israeli offensive is growing. Earlier, a UN official described the situation in Gaza City as nothing short of cataclysmic. At the United Nations, an American official explained the US decision to veto the resolution, claiming it wrongly legitimized false narratives benefiting Hamas.
U.S. opposition to this resolution will come as no surprise. It fails to condemn Hamas or recognize Israel's right to defend itself, and it wrongly legitimizes the false narratives benefiting Hamas, which have sadly found currency in this council.
It was the sixth time the US had cast a veto in the Security Council over the war in Gaza. This was the response of some of the other participants.
L'extension et l'intensification.
The extension and intensification of the Israeli offensive in downtown Gaza has already caused the forced displacement of 300,000 people. France reiterates its opposition to any plan of occupation for the Gaza Strip and the forced displacement of its population. It calls on Israel to put an end to this destructive campaign.
We need a ceasefire more than ever. And yet Israel's reckless expansion of its military operation takes us further away from a deal which could bring the hostages home and end the suffering in Gaza.
China is deeply disappointed by the result of today's vote. Time and again, the Security Council has attempted to take action only to be forcefully blocked by the United States. We cannot help but ask how many more innocent lives must be lost before a ceasefire can be achieved in Gaza.
Meanwhile, thousands of Palestinians are continuing to be displaced by the Israeli bombardment of Gaza City. Many are fleeing south towards Al-Mawasi, an Israel-designated humanitarian area. But the region is already overcrowded and new arrivals say the conditions are dire.
We were living in our home under God's protection. Then, out of nowhere, the house next to ours got hit and completely collapsed. Our own house was damaged and destroyed along with it. We left without even a bag of clothes. Nothing. Our home, our life, everything we've been building for years, it's all gone. Israel told us to evacuate to humanitarian zones. We thought these humanitarian areas they talked about would have water, shelter, tents. And now, we're out here on the streets, living in conditions so bad even an animal couldn't survive them. It's not right. We're living under clothes and sheets. When winter comes tomorrow, it will flood us, flood our lives. My younger son started stuttering from fear, from what he's seen. He's always tense, always scared. He's gotten so weak. There's barely any food, no fuel, no utensils. We're only holding on by the grace of God, waiting for the moment when the bombing hits us like it's hit others.